All right, folks, grab your passports and a stiff upper lip because we're about to dive headfirst into the age-old debate. Is it better to live in the UK or the USA? Both countries offer a unique blend of history, culture, and, let's be honest, slightly questionable culinary choices, looking at you, spotted dick and deep-fried Oreos. But beneath the surface of charming accents and reality TV obsessions lie significant differences in everyday life. From healthcare headaches to the eternal quest for affordable housing, we'll dissect the nitty-gritty details to help you decide which side of the pond best suits your fancy. Buckle up, because it's going to be a wild ride through the land of tea and crumpets versus the realm of supersized everything. And remember, no matter which side you choose, you can always find solace in the universal language of complaining about the government. First things first, let's talk bricks and mortar, or should I say bricks and, well, more bricks. Whether you're in the UK or the USA, bricks are a common sight, but the similarities often end there. Housing in the UK often means charming historic homes with questionable central heating and a sense of history that permeates every brick and beam. These homes tell stories of centuries past, but they might also come with a few quirks. While the US boasts spacious modern abodes with enough square footage to house a small village, American homes often prioritize space and comfort, offering large yards and open floor plans that cater to a contemporary lifestyle. Of course, location plays a key role. London's rent could make a grown man weep into his cuppa, with prices soaring in the heart of the city. The cost of living in such a bustling metropolis can be daunting. While smaller US cities offer surprisingly affordable living, these areas provide a more relaxed pace of life and often come with the added benefit of lower living expenses. Transportation is another beast entirely. The UK boasts an extensive public transport system with trains, buses, and the iconic London Underground, making it easy to get around without a car. While America's love affair with the automobile reigns supreme, in many parts of the US, owning a car is almost a necessity, with sprawling highways and vast distances between destinations. So, whether you crave the hustle and bustle of city life or the peace and quiet of the countryside, both countries offer a range of living environments to suit different preferences and lifestyles. Remember to factor in the cost of living, commute times, and the availability of decent coffee. These practical considerations can significantly impact your day-to-day life and overall satisfaction. Because let's face it, a good flat white can make or break your morning, no matter which side of the pond you call home. The little comforts, like a perfect cup of coffee, can make all the difference in your daily routine. Now let's delve into the cultural quirks that make these nations tick. The UK, with its rich history and penchant for politeness, might seem worlds away from the US's melting pot of cultures and, well, let's call it enthusiasm. But beneath the surface, you'll find a shared love for good music, a good laugh, and a good moan about the weather. The Brits may excel at dry wit and queuing etiquette, while Americans embrace their inner extrovert with open arms and a healthy dose of self-deprecation. From sporting rivalries to musical icons, both countries have left their mark on global culture. So whether you're brushing up on your Shakespeare or perfecting your Beyoncé dance moves, embrace the differences and celebrate the common ground. After all, variety is the spice of life, or as the Brits might say, keep calm and carry on. Section 4 to NHS or not to NHS, unravelling healthcare mysteries. Are healthcare the topic that can spark heated debates in pubs and diners across both nations? It's a subject that touches everyone, from the young to the elderly, and opinions are as varied as the people who hold them. The UK boasts the NHS, a socialised healthcare system that provides free or very low-cost medical care to all citizens. This means that no matter your financial situation, you can access healthcare services without worrying about the cost. Meanwhile, the US operates on a private healthcare system where insurance premiums and medical bills can induce heart palpitations. The complexity of insurance plans and the high cost of medical care can be overwhelming for many. Now, before you jump to conclusions, both systems have their pros and cons. It's not a simple matter of one being better than the other. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. The NHS offers peace of mind knowing you won't go bankrupt over a broken leg. But wait times can be longer and access to specialised care can be tricky. Patients often have to wait for non-urgent procedures, which can be frustrating. The US system offers faster access to specialists and cutting-edge treatments, but at a hefty price. The advanced technology and immediate access to care come with significant financial burdens. Ultimately, the best system depends on your individual needs and financial situation. What works for one person might not work for another, and it's important to weigh your options carefully. Just remember to pack your patience and a good sense of humor, because navigating the world of healthcare can be a comedy of errors regardless of where you live. Whether you're dealing with long wait times or high costs, a positive attitude can make all the difference. Section 5, Oxford versus Harvard, a tale of two education systems. From prestigious universities to quirky school uniforms, the UK and US boast distinct education systems. The UK system emphasises specialisation early on, with students honing in on specific subjects in secondary school. In contrast, the US system offers a broader education, with students taking a wider range of subjects throughout high school. Both systems have produced brilliant minds and questionable fashion choices. The UK system often leads to earlier specialisation and potentially lower overall tuition costs, while the US system allows for exploration and flexibility. Ultimately, the best system for you depends on your academic goals, learning style, and tolerance for awkward school dances. Just remember, whether you're sporting a mortarboard or a mortarboard with a feather, a good education is priceless, though it might not feel that way when you're paying off student loans. Section 6, Dollars and Pounds. Deciphering the cost of living maze. Let's be real, folks, money talks, even if it's in different accents. Whether you're dealing with pounds or dollars, the language of finance is universal. The cost of living varies wildly between the UK and US, with major cities like London and New York City giving even the savviest budgeters a run for their money. These urban jungles are known for their high expenses, from rent to dining out. From groceries to transportation, everyday expenses can add up quickly. Simple trip to the store or a daily commute can significantly impact your monthly budget. The UK tends to have higher taxes, which fund public services like healthcare and education. This means you might pay more up front, but you get access to services that can save you money in the long run. The US, on the other hand, boasts lower taxes, but often comes with higher out-of-pocket expenses for things like healthcare and childcare. This can make budgeting a bit more unpredictable. The key is to research specific locations and factor in your individual spending habits. What works for one person might not work for another, so personalizing your budget is crucial. Do you prioritize eating out or eating in? Dining preferences can greatly affect your monthly expenses. Do you prefer public transport or the open road? Your choice of transportation can also play a big role in your overall cost of living. Answering these questions will help you determine which country best aligns with your financial goals and your love or hate relationship with budgeting spreadsheets. Ultimately, understanding your own financial habits is the first step in navigating the cost of living maze.